For just one thing, of many, their respective differing opinions on Jesus. For the Catholic, Jesus equals Messiah to the Jews and to the whole world, literal Son of God born of a virgin, miraculously, plus was also God incarnate in the flesh who came or was sent to earth in order to sacrifice himself on the cross for the remission of all mankind's sins. Anyone who believed in this doctrine, at least. He died on the cross, therefore, was buried, and rose again after 3 days and later ascended into heaven from which he will return near the end of time with the resurrection of all the dead, etc. He is prayed to as God himself, or as one and the same with God, in the form of the Christian Trinity. For the Jew, he was nothing. Possibly a false Messiah, one of many, upon whom no actual religious or theological importance rests at all. Any Trinitarian or Son of God concept, or God incarnate in the flesh, is forbidden and blasphemous. For the Muslim, he was a fully human prophet, an important prophet before Muhammad. He was a Muslim, but before the time of Muhammad, in the same sense that Muslims believe that many or most of the important Judeo-Christian scriptural figures were really actually Muslims. He was of miraculous birth, his name is respected or revered in Islam, but he is completely human and non-divine in Islam and is not the Son of God in any Christian sense. He was the Messiah to the Jews, and he did not ever die nor was he ever crucified per the Quran. Instead someone else was, or the people thought they saw him on the cross but it wasn't really him. He himself was taken to heaven by God, from which he will return near the end of time. He is never to be prayed to or asked for intercession or anything of the sort, and the cross has no religious meaning in Islam. Any Trinitarian or Son of God concept, or God incarnate in the flesh, is forbidden and blasphemous. Beyond just the issue of Jesus, of course, there are other issues that could fill a book or more than one book. But to name just a couple, Catholics or Papalists who technically at least are supposed to believe that the Pope is the infallible and ultimate spiritual guide whose words or decrees must be kept in mind or obeyed, that he is Christ's vicar on earth, the direct successor of Saint Peter, to whom, Catholics in particular believe, Jesus entrusted the care of his flock here on earth until his return, and gave the keys to the kingdom, and so forth. Obviously neither Jews nor Muslims place any religious belief or importance on the Pope or the papacy, or any of the Catholic clerical hierarchy, etc. Muslims believe Muhammad was receiving actual messages, verbatim, directly relayed from God through an angel, over a 20-some-year period, and that this long ongoing speech of God to Muhammad constitutes still today the mostly or entirely unchanged, eternal literal word-for-word Quran. Muslims therefore place extremely high importance on Muhammad, although of course never worshipping him or asking for his intercession or anything like that. They believe he was like the vessel which God chose or used to make his eternal uncreated word known to all mankind, albeit only in a classical Arabic language. You can read it in translation but it's just a translation. They also think he was the perfect example for mankind to follow, and his words or deeds are often looked to in collections, some of which are more reliable than others, of what are called ahadith. To Jews and Catholics on the other hand, to sum it up, Muhammad was not a real prophet. And neither Jew nor Catholic would be likely to agree, if pushed to say, that the entire Quran is the literal or valid word of God. Nor would Jew or Catholic likely believe that Muhammad was the perfect example for mankind to follow, and so on. As you can see then, right from the start with some of their most basic bedrock beliefs, actually all three of these religions and traditions have irreconcilable theological differences with one another. Similarities. All three believe that Abrahamic is the spiritual patriarch of the lineage of prophets. They all more or less believe in the same lineage of prophets, but with some major differences. And that just about constitutes the similarities. Differences. Jews believe in the prophets outlined in the Torah and Tanakh, or Jewish Old Testament Jews believe in the concept of a Messiah but do not believe Jesus is that person. Judaism is strictly monotheistic. Some Jews believe that they are saved by God's grace as given through the Word of God, through Moses, on Mount Sinai. Both Jews and Christians believe they are praying to the same God, Yahweh, Jehovah. Christians believe that Jesus is the Son of God and is more or less equivalent but not the same. Christians believe in a Trinitarian view of God based on some passages in the Old Testament which they believe points to Christ in addition to New Testament scriptures. Christians believe that they are saved through God's grace through Jesus Christ, as he took the sin of all mankind upon himself when he was crucified on the cross. Jews and Christians believe that the Word of God was communicated through prophets, who were fallible, sinful people in their own ways. Jews are bound by the law of Moses, aka the Ten Commandments. Christians are bound by the teachings of Jesus, to love your God and love your neighbor, aka the greatest commandment. Muslims believe that all prophets are sinless, and the stories of the prophets in the Quran have been modified to reflect this, even the story of Lot. Muslims believe that the Injil, or Gospel, New Testament, was corrupted by Christians and that the Quran is the true word of Allah. Islam, a works-based religion, believe that Muslims are saved through works. Muslims pray to the God Allah, whom has many different characteristics than Yhwh, Jehovah. Islam allows up to 4 wives, whereas Judaism and Christian doctrine only allow marriage between one man and one woman. In addition, Islam allows married men to have sex with slaves that they own or have been taken in times of war. Quran 23-5, 6, Quran 4:24, Quran 33-50, Quran 4-3. Judaism and Christian doctrine do not allow people to steal under any circumstances. In Islam, Muhammad raided Jewish and pagan caravans to fund his religious expansion. E.g. Quran 48-20, Bukhari Volume 1, pg. 13, Bukhari 559, 459. Christians believe that Christ will return in the last days and all will bow to him, and those who believe that he is the Son of God will enter heaven. Muslims believe that Jesus is only a prophet, but he will return and kill the pigs, Jews, and break the crosses of Christians. Jews and Christians are not allowed to lie under any circumstance. Muslims are allowed to lie in certain instances if it promotes Islam, Taqiyya and Kitman. Jews and Christians cannot kill in any circumstance. Muslims can kill non-Muslims for a variety of reasons and can kill Muslims for 3 specific reasons outlined in the Quran, one of which being apostasy, or leaving Islam. Jews and Christians are called to love their fellow man. The Quran states that it is impossible for a true Muslim to love a non-believer, even their own parents, if they leave Islam. Quran 9:23, Quran 3-118, Quran 4-144, Quran 5:51, Quran 60-4, Quran 58-22. Jews and Christians do not believe Adam to be a prophet. Muslims believe he was the first prophet. Muslims believe that Adam was a 90-foot tall man, 60 cubits. Sahih Bukhari 455, 543. See also, Sahih Muslim 40-6809 and Sahih Muslim 32-6325. Jews and Christians believe that he was just a regular-sized dude. Muhammad and Muslims bowed to a black stone and the Kaaba. Christians and Jews do not bow to a black stone nor recognize the Kaaba, built by pagans before Muhammad's time, to be a valid religious structure. Muslims believe that Ishmael is the rightful heir of Abraham's lineage. Christians and Jews believe that Isaac is the rightful heir as outlined in the Old Testament. Most Muslims believe that Jesus did not claim to be divine, and early Christians changed the texts to read as such. Christians believe that he is divine, co-equal and co-eternal with God based on New Testament texts.